It's not deja vu. We're being promised 2 new state-of-the-art Cook-Strait ferries are on the way all over again. They're coming from China this time, not Korea.
Well, first of all, they're much safer. They're much better empowered. They've got more thrusters. They've got far greater...
They're much better powered. Right, all the technical words from Martin.
Security and the capacity to turn home in times of a mistake.
And telling Kiwis his new deal's so much cheaper than the previous deal, it's a steal. Promising this one will come in at a cost of under $2 billion.
We have saved the taxpayer $2.3 billion.
Come back to that.
One more time. We have saved the taxpayer $2.3 billion.
But Mr. Peters isn't including the $670 million taxpayer dollars that was sunk when Nicola Willis cancelled the previous IREX ferries in his calculations.
But surely that sunk cost should go on top of this cost in terms of the total cost to taxpayers, right? Because we taxpayers do have to pay it.
No, we're not paying a cost for stupidity.
He's not putting it in the ledger as to what ferries cost because it was a stupid mistake. Now, I'm hoping he means that Nicola Willis cancelled them, but I get the fear of me that he's potentially talking about what the last guys did. That he, remember, signed on back in the time when he was in with Jacinda. So apparently, in future reference, guys, if you get a speeding ticket for doing something stupid, accidentally doing 70 and a 50, then that's not going to come out of your budget. Because you don't have to pay for stupid mistakes. That's what Mr. Peters is telling us. So that's good to know. All my mistakes are stupid. I'm never going to pay a fee again.
That's what you want me to do.
Winston Peters has swept the $671 million that was spent in cancelling the ferries under the rug here.
You are sweeping the $670 million under the rug, though. They're right about that, aren't you?
No, that's the failed question you asked him about 3 minutes ago. I'm sorry. I got bad news.
It's been swept under the rug.
I got bad news for you, guys. We've done the accountancy and we're accurate here.
The government is exaggerating the cost savings. We're looking at several years of disruption for a worse outcome at almost the same cost.
Yep.
The IREX project had multiple cost blowouts due to the necessary upgrades of portside infrastructure. The team in charge now are vowing there won't be a repeat and say they're finding ways to...
Promising there won't be a repeat, but they have no way they can prove any evidence right now to prove that it won't be a repeat. They can't do that, especially because Winston Peters said one thing in his press conference that the news doesn't cover, but I took a quote of it and I'll read out what it is shortly.
Cut costs.
We do no longer have to have the expense of elevated walkway for passengers. It's going to be at the same level as the motor vehicles come in, except on a different track.
So the one difference in the building is a walkway is going to be 3 meters lower. 2.3 billion in savings. Good God.
We're not nickel and diming, but we are identifying areas where we can save.
But the opposition still aren't impressed.
Let's be clear. We had ships that were going to cost $551 million. What Winston Peters has announced today are ships that are inferior, that will basically cost just under $600 million. That is not a good deal for anyone looking at that.
At the end of the day, we're going to get smaller ferries many years too late that will be high emissions and therefore higher cost.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure, Chewie, the IREX was electric, weren't they? Were they electric?
They were hybrid.
Hybrid.
With the ability to basically put in more batteries later on to make them more electric than they were diesel.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
That was
gone.
And this is something that Winston has sort of taken a sort of sideswipe at by saying that the project was taken over by consultants. And what that means is the people that came in and gone, hey, should we look at our carbon footprint? Should we look at how efficient these are in terms of what engines that they use? And I think Julianne is 100% right that we are paying almost exactly the same, a little bit more, for smaller, inferior ferries, and he's trying to do a victory lap and telling that he's saved the New Zealand taxpayer multiple billions of dollars.
Which is not possible.
While it's not possible because the project's not done yet.
Mm.
These prices these costs he's talking about are not locked in. And I think for someone that is the head of the leader of a party called New Zealand First, it seems to me every time that he has spoken about this, when they were talking about the portside infrastructure and the passenger terminals and that sort of thing, that his attitude here is that New Zealanders don't deserve nice things. We have to get the cheapest version of something. We have to cut the most corners. We have to bodge together something because we don't deserve something good, designed for us, built for a longer time frame. And this, he's not going to see the end results of this. He's not going, like the ferries, even these ones, are going to outlive him. He doesn't have to live with the consequences.